28-year-old Jennifer was full steam ahead on the traditions of the holiday season. The parties, the cookie swaps, the white elephant exchanges, having friends over and having the potluck and doing the name out of a hat game and passing on presents. But 28-year-old Jennifer also had a fresh out of college accounting degree, and I love organization, we know this, but I also really like to track finances. So that particular year, I tracked two things. I tracked how much time I spent on buying gifts and wrapping gifts and looking for gifts, and also the food part. But I also tracked the money. How much money did I spend that holiday season? Now, I had been out of college all of 3 years. So that particular year, I had spent close to $3,000 on gifts and food. I didn't have $3,000 just laying around to spend on that. And I tracked gift wrap too. That was included. But I then looked and said, but how much joy did I get out of all of these traditions, these so quote unquote traditions? And it was really low. Let's say for a joy scale of 0 to 10, 10 being like, man, that was awesome, I can't wait to do it again, and 0 being that sucked, I'm really gonna unsubscribe from it. I was at about a 2. The thing I liked was the community, and I didn't mind the food, but what I didn't care for was the gifts. I spent a lot of time and a lot of money buying gifts for people that they may not have really wanted, and in return, I received gifts that I also didn't really want. At the end of the day, if we were all honest with ourselves, I mean, we're not 5-year-olds, gifts really don't mean that much to us anymore. Now, this no present policy challenge is not about saying gifts are bad. Gifts aren't bad. And I do like to receive a small gift here and there, but this is about the pushy gift giving tradition that has become the holiday season. I'll give you another example. So a few weeks ago, I was in a client's home and we were in her closet, and there was this box on the floor, and she kicked it and said, oh gosh, those are Christmas presents from last year. And I said, well, wait, what do you mean? Presents that you bought and forgot to give, or presents that you got and didn't really want? And so it was the presents that she got and didn't really want. So I was thumbing through the box and I got really excited and a little agitated at the same time. I pulled out this thing, and it was like a key tracker or something. And I said, do you know where you got this? And she kind of looked and she said, I think I got it at so-and-so's party. And I said, I can tell you exactly whose party you got it from and exactly who gave the gift, because I organized with her and encouraged her to get rid of it. And she decided she was going to give it as a white elephant gift for the holiday season. And yet here it sits again. This was October, mind you. 10 months later, unused, unwanted, in the floor of someone else's house. So of course this client got really upset and she said, I don't want this junk either. So gifts have become this way of exchanging junk. And I don't mean to sound bad. Again, this isn't about gifts being bad, but we've got to stop the freight train of the obligation of exchanging crap that people don't really want. Again, we're not 5. 5-year-olds love gifts. They really could care less about what the gift is. They just love the gift. We're adults. So I want to encourage you that if you also want to take a stand against that holiday tradition, then join me for the 7-day no present policy challenge. It's not about saying gifts are bad, but it's about supporting you in politely unsubscribing from the gift giving tradition that's very common with neighbors and the office, just with girlfriends and friend groups. We'll touch on the family aspect, but that's a more delicate conversation. So I'll support you a little bit on that, but this really is unsubscribing from the more friend side of the gift giving.